Hi everyone, my name is Katie and I work here at the Katie Nature Center. Today I'm going to be talking a little bit about some winter tree identification and primarily focusing on the bark. You can also use budding and branching to help identify trees in the winter and use other signs as well. But I'm going to be focusing on the bark specifically because of our trees here are pretty mature, and so it's oftentimes difficult to see the budding or the branching from a distance. So I'm going to focus on bark, but know that if you're really trying to identify trees, you should cross-reference different identification methods. It's also good to check in different field guides as well. My personal one I'll put in the bio. It's called A Beginner's Guide to Identifying Northeastern Trees, and it's a great way to get started for those of you who don't necessarily like the traditional field guide like myself and might find them a little overwhelming. So with that, let's get started. So our first tree that I have here is the Hophornbeam, and this one is easy to identify by the bark, just like all of our other trees today will be. And you can see that it has a small flaking appearance to it. It's very small flakes in narrow strips, so this tree isn't super big. You can see here that they're very narrow, so they're really not even any wider than one of my fingers in each strand. This tree is called not just Hophornbeam, but also Ironwood, and that's going to be probably the more common name that you hear. There are two trees commonly called Ironwood in the northeast US here, and I'll show you that tree in a little bit as well because they are very easy to tell apart. This next tree that we're looking at is a shagbark hickory. As you can see, the bark is very unique and gives off a shaggy appearance. The bark peels off from the bottom up and gives it that look. And usually these trees can grow to be quite large and will give off hickory nuts in the fall. So the next tree that I'm looking at is the hornbeam. So we already talked about Hophornbeam, otherwise called Ironwood, and this is the other tree that is also called Ironwood. One of the best ways that you can distinguish between the two is just by simply looking at the bark. So this bark is already very, very different than the Hophornbeam. And one of the ways that most people remember it is by calling it musclewood. So musclewood is just another common name for it. Same plant, hornbeam, ironwood, musclewood. I prefer musclewood because it helps me remember the name a lot better, because the bark and the tree itself almost looks like a really tight skin covering over a muscled body. So if you look at the bark, it's a little hard to tell here on camera, but it has all these little grooves and isn't a perfectly circular tree. So there's little bumps in it in some of these places that give it that appearance of looking like a muscled tree. Here we have a American beech tree. These guys are super easy to identify by a couple different factors. The first thing that you're going to notice is even though it is winter, this tree still has leaves on it. They are pretty dead. They're a little bit wrinkly, droopy, but they're still on the tree. We don't know why the tree does it, but it is one of several species that do so in the northeast. The next identifying factor is going to be to look at the bark, and if you get real close here, you can see that this bark is pretty smooth. It has these big lumps on it though, and one of the ways that it's been described is as an elephant trunk or an elephant leg, and that's actually a really good way to remember what this tree looks like. And I'll show you a little bit bigger of a beech to get another picture of that in just a little bit. Here I'm standing in front of another beech tree. This is one of our very old trees here in Smith Woods. And you can't see right now, but I'll demonstrate in a little bit. It's a very, very large tree. It is very, very old and has grown quite well. And so this is just the base of the tree. And you can see it has a little bit of a different texture on the base of the tree to its bark. That's pretty normal for many different species of trees. But once you look up a little bit, you can really see that characteristic bark that the beech tree has. It's very elephant looking. And it's got that nice light smooth gray appearance with those big marks on it, and so once again just kind of gives off that elephant look. Up next we're looking at the red oak. So you can see at the top of the screen there are some leaves that are still on the tree. Those are red oak leaves. Red oaks are one of the couple of trees that will hang on to their leaves all winter long. And we don't really know why that is, but it is a pretty cool trait of these trees. Now here I'm just getting a nice picture of the red oak bark for you. You can tell that these trees have these nice long horizontal lines, often referred to as ski grooves. So they kind of give off a ski groove-like appearance. Thanks everyone for joining me as we look at some trees that you can easily identify in winter. Once again, I'll put a couple links to books that I really like for tree identification in the comments. And if you have any questions, feel free to let us know here at the Educator Nature Center. Bye!